All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chef Lex for another episode of Gordito's Kitchen. Getting a little late start to the day, but that's okay. We're still going to whip up something scrumptious and delicious. My brother said that Sunday is fun day, so today is going to be fun day for us here at Gordito's Kitchen. We're going to whip up something that I normally don't do, but I figured why not? Let's try something different. I have some shrimp. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some Napa cabbage rolls with shrimp and some pickled veggies on the inside. So we're going to get going with that. And right now I just want to share a little bit about, why I do this and what it is that I love about food. So when I was younger, I was the kid that would come home from home economics class after we did a recipe. And then I would go right home and do that recipe again at home because I just wanted to do it by myself. That was I was like in middle school, probably 7th grade, 8th grade. And I just have always liked to be in the kitchen. It was just a natural thing. I never realized that it could be a career until I got older. So I just always it was just a hobby of mine, cooking. But I did it for a profession as well. I still am in the restaurant industry. I'm not so much in the kitchen as I used to be, but I miss it somewhat. It's hard to find a good gig, where they appreciate what you do for them. So I like to cook for myself and my friends, and now for you guys. So let's get started with this dish today. And if you like anything, just make sure you subscribe, like, share, whatever, leave some comments, all that good stuff. And I appreciate you guys' time. And let's go. All right, so what I've done already, guys, is I've gotten everything prepped. That's what I like to do, get everything ready for you guys so I can show you guys how fast this thing can come together. Prep time isn't that much. You might spend 20 minutes on prep. Eventually I will do a video where we'll do the prep so I can show you how I don't know if we got some people who want to learn how to do certain types of cuts and just prep their food, or just different ideas of how to prepare for certain dishes. So I'm gonna get crazy with it though. I'm actually gonna pickle the kale with the vegetables. I think it's gonna be pretty cool because I gotta have something else to put in the wrap. So what I've done is I've taken these Napa cabbage rolls. I didn't want to blanch them and make them too soft or cook them, so I kind of just like put them in salted hot tap water just to kind of like soften them up a bit. I'm getting ready to drain them off and dry them because we got to use those to roll up the shrimp. They're a little stiff still, but that's alright. They have a really hard rib in there, so you can just kind of like, I could take my knife or I can just crack that rib. I'm gonna actually roll them, this way anyway. So we'll see what happens. But I just didn't want to. I don't really want to cook the cabbage because I want them nice and crunchy and nice fresh, So here's what we got. We got some zucchini. We're gonna pickle the zucchini. I took some of those ribs from the inside of the cabbage, which is gonna be pretty cool, and cut those, and we're gonna pickle that. We got some carrots, we got a little red onion, and then we're going to do the kale. This right here, scallion, is going to go inside fresh when we go to roll up the rolls, okay? So what I have here is I've got some apple cider vinegar, little crushed red pepper flakes in there. And if you can see that, I have a knob of ginger in there as well, fresh ginger. I keep that in the freezer. You can use that whenever, however, and it lasts in the freezer. So, I usually don't grate it anyways. I just use it to like boil and stuff if I make tea or, a dish like this where I want some ginger flavor. So I got my scrimp right here. I'm a balsamic dressing guy for some reason. If you get the right kind, a nice vinaigrette, it can be used for multiple things besides just salad dressing. So I'm actually marinating those shrimp in there. And a little bit about the shrimp. When you go to the store and you buy shrimp and it might say like 21 to 25, that means there's 21 to 25 shrimp per pound of that size. So that's how you determine how much you need. If you need more, 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags. These are supposed to be the jumbos. They don't really look like jumbos to me, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna serve its purpose. So we're gonna just I wish I had like a grill. I would love to grill them, get some char on them, but what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and sear them real nice, saute them good and heavy in this pan, and then finish them off with a little butter. I'm gonna actually use canola oil to saute those today. I don't have any sesame oil. That would be cool if I had some, but we'll just use what I have. All right, guys, so we're gonna let this come to a boil. All the kids in the pool right here. Just bear with me. I'm gonna get a new camera set up so I can talk to you guys and do this stuff at the same time and make it look a lot more professional. But right now we're just gonna do what we got. We're gonna make this food good anyway. It's not gonna change how good this food is gonna come out, how tasty it's gonna be. So, all right, guys. So now you see what we got here. Boom. That's coming to a boil. Kick that bad boy off. So what I actually like to do too is put, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this right on here. But then I'm going to go to the freezer and I'm going to get some ice cubes. I got some ice in there. And I'm going to throw the ice cubes in there to shock it and cool it down ASAP. We just want this to basically, you know, it doesn't have to be, it's like a quick pickle is what this is. This ain't going to be nothing where it has to stay on there forever, you know. That residual heat from the liquid is gonna break everything down, you know, how we want it. Get in there, get that bad boy, twist it up. You see how that kale is nice and vibrant still, but it's wilting a little bit from that hot pickling liquid. This is gonna be dynamite. See that? Look how vibrant that is. Bright, nice colors. We pull that ginger out. Well, let's leave it in there and toss it around a little bit. Make sure we're getting that ginger flavor in there. But you see how everything is kind of already starting to get where we want it at? So we'll just leave that on there. You know what? I don't even think I'm going to put any ice in there yet. We're going to let that just chill like that for a little bit, okay? All right, let's do that. All right. Now we're going to get ready and get these shrimp rolling, okay? One thing I forgot to tell you guys that I did in my pickling thing and I didn't show you guys is I like to put a little sweetness in there, sweeten it up so it's kind of like spicy sweet because I put the crushed red pepper flakes in there. I don't use sugar unless I have to make like a rub or something, but what I do use is raw agave. It's organic. A little goes a long way, but I use this when if I drink coffee with sweetener or eat oatmeal, this is what I use. I don't use regular sugar anymore. So that's something if you're looking for an alternative. It's a little expensive, but like I said, it's like 1.5 times stronger than sugar, and a little goes a long way. If you have to have sweet, use raw agave. It's good for you. Well, blue raw agave, whatever. So all right, so we're getting this pot rolling. Get to get these shrimp sauteed off real quick. Just dump them right in there. Everything. It's not going to be long when they're going to start to curl up on the edge. We don't want to overcook them. We don't want rubber shrimp. So, I keep the fire kind of high so they can cook fast. Get them out of there. When they're starting to curl like that, we'll flip them. Flip them. And then this is a little trick of the trade. Well, my trick of my trade. My father's a Puerto Rican, so I use like adobo and the complete seasoning, in a lot of food. And this stuff is awesome. So I'm gonna hit these shrimp with it. Don't take a whole lot. A little goes a long way, and it actually works really good for all-purpose seasoning. And that's all you need, just a little bit of that. I'll probably hit it with a little black pepper, because gotta have a little black pepper and everything. It's just my little black pepper. See those shrimp? See how that dressing starts to emulsify? It turns into like a sauce almost. Look at that. Cooks down. Like, I could do all kinds of things with that balsamic vinegar. I mean, we could dump this right on top of a salad, nice and hot like that. Look at that bubbly. But I'm gonna actually turn this off. Pull them off the heat. Just let them rest for a hot second. They're gonna actually finish cooking all the way through. They're pretty good. Sometimes what I do is I'll take them and I'll turn them up, on that side where they're open at. If you don't think they're done on the inside all the way, you can, cook them like that a little bit, but they're pretty cooked. I don't like my shrimp overcooked. So, all right, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna put these things together, okay? Alrighty, so here's the start of how we're gonna put these bad boys together, okay? So I took some of this pickling stuff, drained the excess juice off. Even though the juice is good, because it's, it's like sweetened. Make sure you get a good amount of that kale in there, That's greens. The roughage is good for you. Make sure you eat your roughage. Everybody skips out on that stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll take the shrimp, and you could actually take these shrimp and half them if you'd want to. If you do it before you cook them, they curl up in like little squiggly, so it looks pretty cool, But like I said, these were supposed to be jumbos, and they don't really look like it, so we'll just put a couple scramps in each one of these wraps, These are cool because you could roll these up ahead of time. They're not really, it doesn't matter if you eat them hot or cold, really. They're not, I'm making them, the shrimp are warm, but you don't have to eat them, like you can eat them cold, like a cold shrimp wrap. If you don't like that idea, then throw them in the nucleator. The molecular rearranger is what I like to call it. Slightly heat them up and then smash them. So that's what we got there. What I do want to do though is take a little bit of that sauce from the pan that was on the shrimp. That's the, we use that. I was going to hit these with some butter at the end, but there was really no point because there was a lot of oil in there already. So, So now, you see we got them like that. I know my camera's all over the place. Just work with me, guys. So now we're going to wrap these bad boys up, okay? Fresh scallion in there too as well. Fresh scallions. If you have anything else you want to put in these and you want to make your version, that's fine. Do it. Do it how you like. That's what I said. Gordito's Kitchen, you eat what you like. Eat it the way you want to, but everything in moderation. So I was going to save you the pain of watching me roll these up, but we might as well do it together. So let's see what happens here. So, we got everything tucked in there. I dried these leaves off so they wouldn't be too wet. And then we're just going to kind of lightly, I cracked the ribs on these too, because I said that you can hear that crunchiness from the, you hear that rib cracking a little bit. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not going to last long. We're going to devour this shortly, so there's no point. I put 2 leaves together because these leaves weren't quite as big. You can get some really huge like Napa cabbage heads. Usually though, if it's by the pound, you're gonna pay like over $5 or $6 for one. This one was flat price for the size that they had. I grabbed one of the bigger ones, so so basically there you have it. Got the cabbage rolls rolled up. It doesn't have to be pretty because it's not going to last long here in Gordito's Kitchen. We're getting ready to smash it. Alright guys, so this is where the gordito-ness comes in. We have a tendency to eat food in ways that other people don't eat it. So that's why we are the gorditos that we are. But that's okay, because you have to know how to eat, okay? So I'm not going to plug any names, but everyone knows the red lid and the white bottle. And I'm going to say 2 words: Polynesian sauce. Let's go on ahead and hit this bad boy with a little bit of that over the top of that bad boy right there, like so. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get super jiggy with it. I don't care what people think about this. That looks dynamite. If you wanted to eat it with your hands, you still can. It's going to be quite messy, but who cares? You can clean up afterwards, Alright guys, money shot time. You know what time it is. Let's do it. All that goodness in there. It's basically a bunch of veggies and a little bit of shrimp. Can't get no better than that. You could eat two or three of these bad boys and, not be over your, if you're on a diet. I'm on a diet. It's called a seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. Wow. You know about that Polynesian sauce. For sure. Delicioso. Alright guys, this is Chef Lex signing off for another episode of Gordito's Kitchen. We'll see you soon.